There's no way that you can ensure that the community is safe until this person is put into custody. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. Shout out to my buddy Joshi, who sent me this video. He thought it was wild and asked me to take a look and tell him what I thought. It is pretty wild. This happened in Minneapolis. There's an incident where a neighbor shoots another neighbor, and the police really do nothing about it initially. So I'm going to talk about that, but let's watch the video.
This was a shocking moment caught on camera. Video obtained by our NBC affiliate KARE 11 shows David Montori trimming a tree outside his Minneapolis home Wednesday when, according to court documents, a bullet was fired from his neighbor's upstairs window.
The bullet went down through my neck and then all the way back to my spine.
Montori told NBC affiliate KARE 11 he's also recovering from broken ribs and a concussion. Adding, the last 11 months since he and his wife moved in, they've been living a nightmare next door to John Shawshak. Court documents show the victim called police 19 times prior to the shooting for incidents including harassment, hate speech, and verbal threats. It also says Shawshak suffers from mental illness. Shawshak has been charged with attempted murder, but he is not in jail. Police allowing him to stay in his home because they say he's a threat to himself and others.
The likelihood of an armed, violent confrontation where we may have to use deadly force with the suspect in this case is high.
That excuse sparking community outrage.
We have to take violent criminals off the street. So I'm not a police officer. I don't know how that gets done, but I know it needs to get done.
Police say Shawshak rarely leaves his home, and the department has not set an arrest date.
We are not going to bust the door down, guns blazing, and get into a deadly force situation, but we will ensure the community will be safe.
Montori says he feels the Minneapolis Police Department failed to protect his family by not arresting his neighbor when they needed them most.
If you're saying you're scared, what does that do to me, you know? Like, you have this body armor, you have professional training.
Dana Griffin, NBC News.
All right, guys. So indeed, very crazy situation. So I did a little bit of research. The backstory of this is, and you can see in the video, the victim is cutting down a tree. The backstory is that the suspect planted that tree with his mother, who is now deceased. And so that's why he shot the victim. Obviously, by no means justification for attempted murder. My response to the police as a police officer, as a former SWAT officer that would have been called to this type of an incident, is I back our police officers, but I can't really understand this. There are certain situations where an officer or a chief would choose to not, force a confrontation. To me, this by no means is one of those situations. This guy just attempted to murder somebody. You have a SWAT team. I know Minneapolis has a SWAT team. That's what they're designed for. They're special weapons and tactics. They're designed to take down violent criminals like this. You wouldn't send a patrol officer to go knock on his door, but you would create a SWAT operation to go and take down this criminal, because there's no way that you can, he says he will ensure that the community stays safe. There's no way that you can ensure that the community is safe until this person is put into custody. Now, again, it's easy for me to sit here and armchair quarterback this. I don't know if they had, 24-hour surveillance on this guy. Maybe they did, watching for him to exit the home, but he obviously shot from inside the home and shot his neighbor in the throat. Could have killed him right then and there. So he's got an attempted murder warrant. He's got multiple other charges against him. The only way to ensure the community is safe would be to put him in custody, and that's the police officer's job. Their job is not to go and put themselves in an unnecessary lethal force situation. This is a necessary lethal force situation. This guy has tried to murder somebody, and your job is to put them in custody. So, don't know the chief, don't know anybody from that police department. So again, I don't know all the details, but I can say that as an officer, it upsets me to see that no action was taken. Now, since then, they have taken this guy into custody. I don't remember how long it took. It took some time, but there was a lot. He did face a lot of backlash for his response that he was going to go in guns blazing and get into a lethal force situation with this guy. When, you know, transparently in law enforcement, there are going to be times when that happens. And when you become a police officer, you know that that's a potential outcome. That's my response. Again, shout out to Joshi for sending me the video. If you guys want to hear any other responses to videos or any other tactics, make sure you comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And remember, violence is a virtue.